There are places on Earth where simply setting foot there can drastically reduce your chances of survival. Forests where humans are hunted like prey by tigers. Islands where every square meter is filled with deadly snakes. Lakes where the water can transform living creatures into horrifying statues of death. And even regions so extreme that not even bacteria can survive. The most terrifying thing is that most of these places possess a beauty that makes anyone want to explore them. Hidden behind colorful lakes, turquoise oceans, and snow-covered mountain peaks are deadly traps that nature has been silently preparing for thousands of years. Today, we will explore the most dangerous places in nature, locations where a single small mistake could become the final mistake of your life. But before we reach the most dangerous place in the world, let us begin with a location so beautiful that it looks almost unreal. Deep inside Yellowstone National Park lies a natural wonder that amazes millions of visitors every year. From above, the Grand Prismatic Spring looks like a giant eye of the earth. Its deep blue center is surrounded by rings of vivid red, orange, and yellow, like a painting created by nature itself. But that beauty hides one of the most dangerous traps in the United States. The water temperature often exceeds 70 degrees Celsius, enough to cause severe burns within just a few seconds. Throughout history, there have been people who accidentally slipped and fell into it, never recovering intact. This place is so beautiful that it makes people want to get closer. And that is exactly what makes it dangerous. If a lake can kill someone silently, then what could happen in a forest where every creature has the potential to become a predator? Stretching between India and Bangladesh is the Sundarbans, the world's largest mangrove forest. But what makes this place famous is not its breathtaking scenery. It is the Bengal tigers that are known to hunt humans. Every year, many local people disappear while fishing or collecting honey in the forest. The tigers here are excellent swimmers, moving silently through the muddy waters and attacking so quickly that their victims have almost no chance to react. To protect themselves, many people have to wear masks on the back of their heads, hoping to trick these predators. However, that does not always work. And even if you're lucky enough to survive the Sundarbans, the ocean ahead still holds other horrors waiting to be discovered. In the middle of the crystal-clear Caribbean waters lies a giant black circle known as the Great Blue Hole. From above, it looks like a gateway leading to another world. Beneath the surface is an ancient limestone maze stretching more than 120 meters deep. The deeper you dive, the more the light disappears. The surroundings become frighteningly silent. But the most dangerous thing is not the darkness. It is the powerful ocean currents, nitrogen narcosis, and disorientation that have caused many divers to never return to the surface. And while the ocean hides its secrets in the deep, Africa is home to an even more terrifying threat: a sleeping volcano. Hidden among the forests of Congo is Nyiragongo, one of the most dangerous volcanoes on the planet. Inside its crater lies the world's largest lava lake, constantly boiling day and night. In 2002, it awakened. Lava rushed down the mountain slopes at incredible speed, engulfing houses and streets and forcing hundreds of thousands of people to evacuate in panic. To this day, no one knows exactly when Nyiragongo will erupt again. The cracks spreading wider across the ground are like silent warnings from deep beneath the Earth's surface, and this is only the beginning of the journey. Ahead are still deserts known as the Gates of Hell, islands ruled by venomous snakes, frozen lands colder than anywhere humans have ever lived, and finally, a mysterious boiling lake that has caused explorers to disappear without a trace. Leaving the deep ocean behind, we enter a completely different world, a place where the enemy is not a wild beast or a volcano, but silence itself. In the frozen region near the summit of Mount Everest, the Rangbuk Glacier stretches like a giant white river through the Himalayas. From a distance, this place looks like a perfect painting of nature. But beneath that seemingly motionless layer of ice lies one of the most dangerous environments on Earth. Temperatures can drop below -30 degrees Celsius. Snowstorms can appear without any warning. And beneath the white snow are deep crevasses where a person can disappear within just a few seconds. Many climbers have come here with the dream of conquering Everest. But not everyone returns. Some are swept away by the wind. Some fall into bottomless ice pits. And some are found years later, still perfectly preserved like statues frozen by time. But if the cold can silently take human lives, the next place forces people to face a completely different enemy: the heat of the Earth itself. In the remote land of Ethiopia lies a place that many scientists consider one of the harshest environments on the planet: Danakil Depression. This is where temperatures can exceed 50 degrees Celsius. There are no green forests, no rivers that sustain life, only endless layers of white salt, strange and colorful acid lakes, and cracks in the ground releasing toxic gases from deep beneath the earth. From a distance, Danakil looks like another planet. The neon blue, yellow, and red lakes make this place terrifyingly beautiful. But that beauty comes with a deadly price. The air is filled with sulfur gases. The ground is scorching hot. And the toxic fumes can cause people to lose their sense of direction within a short period of time. Some expeditions have been forced to turn back because they could not withstand this extreme environment. Perhaps nowhere on Earth shows the raw power of nature more clearly than the Danakil. But if one land can bring humans down through heat and poisonous gases, the ocean has its own way of hunting its prey. Off the coast of South Africa lies a stretch of water where some of the ocean's most terrifying predators gather: Shark Alley. Between Dyer Island and Geyser Rock is one of the areas with the highest concentration of great white sharks in the world. Beneath the seemingly peaceful surface, hundreds of sharks patrol every day. They do not rush. They make no sound. They simply wait for the right moment. The seals here are often attacked in high-speed hunting strikes when sharks launch themselves out of the water like living missiles. Humans can observe them from inside protective cages, but the ocean is always unpredictable. One small incident, one small mistake, and the observer can become part of the food chain. Because in Shark Alley, humans are no longer the hunters. Humans are the target. But there is a place even more terrifying than being hunted. It is a place where life almost does not exist. In the frozen continent of Antarctica lies the McMurdo Dry Valleys, a land unlike anywhere else on Earth. The strangest thing? This place has almost no snow. Strong winds blow constantly, causing all moisture to disappear completely. There are areas here that have not received rain for millions of years. No trees, no animals, no familiar signs of life. Scientists have used this place to simulate the environment of Mars, because the conditions here are so extreme that it resembles a dead planet. If someone were left behind without proper equipment, they might survive for only a few hours. And when a lifeless place is already terrifying enough, imagine a place where life still exists. But any creature that falls into it can be turned into stone. In Tanzania, there is a lake as red as blood. Lake Natron. Its temperature can reach nearly 60 degrees Celsius. Its alkalinity is so high that it is comparable to a powerful cleaning chemical. But what makes this place truly terrifying is not only its chemistry. It is what it leaves behind. Birds, bats, and small animals that accidentally fall into the lake can become covered in layers of minerals, forming shapes that look like stone statues. It seems as if this lake has the ability to freeze the final moments of life. A place where death does not disappear. It is preserved. Yet, even in this environment where life seems impossible, one small bird returns every year. The flamingos. They build their nests here, challenging one of the most dangerous places on Earth. And the journey is still not over, because ahead of us are mountains so cold that even metal can freeze, forests where people disappear, and finally, the most dangerous place nature has ever created. If a lake can turn creatures into silent statues, then the next place will show us something even more terrifying. A mountain that can kill humans simply through its extreme altitude. In Alaska, standing tall among the frozen wilderness is Denali, the highest mountain in North America. Many people look at giant mountains and think that the greatest challenge is simply reaching the summit. But on Denali, the peak is not the only enemy. The surrounding environment itself is what makes this place a nightmare. Temperatures can drop below -70 degrees Celsius. Powerful winds can turn an ordinary day into a battle for survival. And the most dangerous thing is that the human body begins to fail before the will to continue gives up. Oxygen becomes thinner at high altitudes. Every step consumes enormous amounts of energy. A small mistake in preparation can turn a climbing expedition into a journey with no way back. Many climbers have been buried beneath the snow, fallen into icy crevasses, or simply disappeared into the endless white wilderness. But if Denali tests human endurance with freezing temperatures, then the next place proves that even a lush green forest can be one of the most terrifying places on the planet. Hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest of Bolivia is Madidi National Park. From the outside, it looks like paradise, a green world filled with thousands of strange animals and plants. But the deeper you travel inside, the more mysterious this place becomes. Because in Madidi, danger does not only come from predators, it comes from everything around you. Venomous snakes hide beneath layers of fallen leaves, tiny creatures carrying deadly toxins, dense forests so thick that compasses and maps can become useless. Local people have long told stories about spirits that protect the forest. They believe the forest is not only a place where animals live, it is a world with its own rules. During a survey in the late 20th century, a research team once disappeared for several days inside this forest. When they returned, what they carried back was not only exhaustion, but also a fear of a place where they felt as if something was always watching them, and leaving that mysterious green forest behind. We will enter a land where a single wrong breath could cost a person their life. In the frozen region of Siberia, Russia, lies a place considered one of the coldest inhabited areas on Earth. Oymyakon, a town where temperatures have once dropped to levels that most humans can hardly imagine. The air is so cold that metal can become more brittle. Drops of moisture in the air can freeze instantly. Vehicles that are turned off for too long may never start again. Here, life is not simply about adapting. It is a daily battle. People must rely on experience passed down through generations to survive. The fire cannot be allowed to go out. You cannot lose your sense of direction. You cannot underestimate nature. Because in Oymyakon, a small mistake in extreme weather can become the final mistake of your life. But there is still a place where humans are not threatened by the cold, not by snowstorms, not by freezing temperatures, but by creatures that have transformed the place into their own kingdom. Off the coast of Brazil lies a small island abandoned by humans. It is the Snake Island, Ilha da Queimada Grande, a place where the government has banned ordinary people from freely setting foot. The reason? Because this island belongs to some of the most dangerous creatures on Earth. Snakes. The golden lancehead vipers living here possess extremely powerful venom. What makes them even more terrifying is their population density. There are areas where a single wrong step could put a person face to face with danger. This island no longer belongs to humanity. It is a separate ecosystem where predators have ruled for thousands of years. Only researchers are allowed to approach, and only with strict protective equipment. Because on Snake Island, humans are not explorers. Humans are intruders. But even an island filled with venomous snakes is still not the final challenge. Because deep beneath the earth, volcanoes are still awakening. In Indonesia, Mount Merapi is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Throughout history, it has erupted dozens of times, releasing ash, hot gases, and deadly rivers of lava. In 2010, a major eruption claimed hundreds of lives and forced hundreds of thousands of people to leave their homes. But the strangest thing is that humans continue to live around the slopes of the mountain. Because for many local people, Merapi is not just a mountain. It is a part of their culture, beliefs, and history. They believe that the mountain is sending warnings, not a punishment. And finally, after all the deadly forests, mysterious oceans, frozen lands, and sleeping volcanoes, we will arrive at the most dangerous place, a place where nature not only threatens humans, but seems to be hiding a mystery.